Hello, welcome everyone. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Cowboy Coffee with Coaches, a podcast created to recognize and promote our student athletes, focusing on our high school varsity teams, their coaches, and mentors. Today, January 31st, 2022, we are recording our 22nd episode of Cowboy Coffee with Coaches in the studio created by Lucas Turner in the Rio Blanco Herald Times building on the corner of 4th and Main Streets in downtown Meeker, Colorado. My name is Bobby Gutierrez, and I'm joined in the studio this morning by fellow host Tiffany Jahoric, owner-operator of Crystal Meadow Farms, and our studio technician, Rich Klinsman, owner-operator of Step Beyond Media. Welcome to both of you. Thanks for being here this morning. Congrats to Tiffany, proud mother of our 220-pound varsity wrestler, Judd Harvey, who won an individual championship last weekend in center and helped his team win a team championship by doing so. We'll have Tiffany tell us all about that here in just a moment. But first, let me please introduce who our guests are going to be in our second segment. We'll interview Meeker girls varsity basketball coach Jamie Rogers, who coached her team to a championship last week too, the Rio Blanco County Girls Basketball Championship, that is. Coach Rogers will tell us all about that in our second segment, and then we'll interview Meeker assistant wrestling coach Stryker Lane, who traveled to center with our to the center of our state with our wrestling team to compete in the Valley Classic, which is kind of a preview of the upcoming state qualifying regional tournament, which will be held in nearby Del Norte. All three of our Cowboy varsity teams won a championship last week, as the Meeker boys basketball team also defeated the visiting Rangeley Panthers to win the Rio Blanco County boys basketball championship. So our winter sports, they're kind of winding down, including girls swimming. We'll now let Tiffany kind of tell us how things went for the other teams in here, and then in the third segment, she'll tell us where we're going to be competing, as well as pick a champ of the week. So go ahead, Tiffany. How'd it go?
Yeah, so the girls won 67-65. It was a great game.
Woohoo!
Yep. Sarah Kraft had 40 points, 21 of which came from three-pointers, 7 rebounds and 5 steals. And then Haley Knowles actually had 16 points, 17 rebounds and 2 steals.
Oh, wow.
So those two combined for a ton of stats. They didn't get to play a game on Saturday because Vail Mountain doesn't have a girls team. But the boys did. So the boys beat the Panthers 50-44. No stats up yet, but Liam Deming had a pretty good dunk, and we have a picture of it that we should be putting up. So
and there's actually some viral video going of that dunk as well.
Is there? Dunk, yeah.
I was shown like 10 times.
I don't know if I've seen a Meeker kid dunk it in a game before. That Cooper kid, Cooper Smith. Few years back, I think he could dunk it. I don't know if he ever did it in game. Yeah, it's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah, and then they turned around and they needed, a couple of good wins this week, and they got the second win against Vail Mountain 52-50 on Saturday.
Yeah, they're the seventh ranked team, I think.
Yeah.
Vail Mountain was.
Yeah, and so, the boys did really good. Kindler said that, we had 2 great games, made free throws when we needed them and got stops when we needed them. So that was really great for the boys. In wrestling, we had the kids maxed out on their matches, and so there was a lot of coin tosses. So, this isn't necessarily how they would have actually finished, but Cade Blunt, Kelton Turner, and Hayden Schultz and Abe Maupin all took 6th place. Zeke Giannetti took 5th place. Ty Gettert did wrestle for a true 3rd. Connor Blunt a true 2nd. And then Judd Harvey and Tanner Musser both took 1st place at 220 and then 285 respectively. At team points 164, Meeker took 1st place. And I'm going to tell you that the only teams not at this tournament that will be at our regional is the Colorado Deaf and Blind, Hanover, wherever that's at, Mountain Valley, don't know that one either, Sanford, and then Lotus. So there were only 5 teams that were missing from our region at this tournament. So we got a really good look at the regional tournament. Yeah. Then in swimming, we had Vivian Brown. She took time off. Well, the 200 medley relay and the 400 free relay both took time off this week. I don't think it was quite enough to qualify them for state. They have one more chance this weekend. And then Vivian also took time off of her 100 free. And then Morgan Schott and Wagner Brown both took time off of their 100 back. Morgan took 8th place and Wagner took 6th. And then Wagner was in a few other, but I don't think that she really scored any points or that I can find in the results.
And where were they at?
So she sent me 2 results, and only one of them actually came through. Melanie did, and this one was not the Aspen one. It was the GSHS Demon Winter Invite.
Glenwood
Springs. Yes. Yes. I was like, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, good. And so now they're kind of winding down their season too. They go to regionals.
They go to this weekend regionals in Grand Junction at CMU Pool. Mm-hmm.
And so, have any of them qualified for state yet?
It is my understanding. I think Megan Neaton, her daughter, was very, very close to qualifying, and so hopefully she has. But to my knowledge, I don't know that anybody has.
Okay.
They also participated in the Aspen Invitational this weekend, but those results didn't come through. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it was a great weekend then, or a great week to be a Cowboy. Mm-hmm. And we'll be right back, and we will speak with Coach Jamie Rogers. Come on back. Thank you.
Crystal Meadow Farms is family owned and operated, offering a wide range of CBD products. Coming from 5 generations of farming, Crystal Meadow Farms offers farm-to-table products. In-house CBD extraction using beverage-grade CO2 since 2019. They create a CBD oil without the use of harmful chemicals. Their retail products are handcrafted using organic and natural ingredients and are some of the strongest on the market. They offer a range of CBD tinctures, spa products, a pet line, gummies for day and night, and a large line of topicals.
All right, and welcome back, and thanks for joining us. Coach Jamie Rogers is here with us. Congratulations on a big win against the visiting Rangeley Panthers for the Rio Blanco County Championship. That's a good deal. That's always a good game, always competitive, and it was close again, maybe a little too close. Yeah. But a lot of fun, a big crowd, so good win. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, playing Rangeley is always fun. You love county rivalries. Rivalries in general are a lot of fun.
Sure.
And this year in Meeker, man, we made it such a big event with the empty bowls or the bowls fundraiser, and we awarded the Cowboy Up, which congratulations to you on that.
Thank you. That's a cool deal.
Yeah, so the school made it be just a great fun event. So the gym is packed. It's super loud. The boys were cowboyed up, and the girls with their cowboy hats and their chaps. So our student section was awesome. The girls played really, really well. I was so proud of them. They just played the entire game. They put together really great moments, and we'd make these runs on Rangeley, and then we'd kind of relax and let Rangeley make a little run on us.
Yeah, we did get ahead a few times, and they kind of came back and made it a real exciting ending for sure.
Yeah, so with a minute left, they were up by 4, and Ellie Hosick, oh my goodness. So we had a timeout, and we knew we needed to get Sarah or Haley Knowles the ball because there are 3-point shooters. They're very good at it. That's who we trust with it at that point. So we told Ellie, you've got to bring the ball up. You've got to get the pass to one of those two. And she did it with just like this amazing amount of poise. And Sarah drained that 3, so we're down by 1. And the girls' defense, they couldn't have played it any better. They didn't foul. They just stirred them up enough to get a turnover and get another opportunity.
And they did get a lot of turnovers in that game. Do you have a count on that, on The turnovers?
I don't have a count.
Yeah, there's a bunch of turnovers and a good deal and fast breaks and
Yeah, they created a lot of bobbles. And Haley Knowles, when she rebounds that ball, she is going to kick it out for Sarah to chase down. And she trusts that Sarah is going to win the foot race.
yeah, there were a couple of those. It was fun watching.
Yeah.
A good deal.
Yeah, so then so let's actually talk about the region. So that was a big win for the region too, was it?
Yeah, for our league wins. Yes.
League, yes, sorry, yes.
Yeah, our league right now is really going back and forth. Like Rangeley beat Plateau Valley Saturday. Plateau Valley has beat a ton of teams. North Park, who we go play Saturday, they're right up there. So our league is really battling back and forth. Sirocco's, I think, pretty much dominating number one right now. I don't think they have a league loss. So other than everybody's kind of battling past that right now.
And right now, how many league games have we played?
4?
This will be the fourth.
Yeah.
Or Rangeley was fourth.
Rangeley was
Rangeley
number
was
4.
4, yeah.
Yeah. So we're 3-1.
Okay.
Yeah, and so then this weekend we talked about you are going to North Park, which is not a league game.
It is a league
Oh,
game.
it is a league game. Okay.
Yeah, where it's a 1A, 2A league.
Oh, okay.
So we won't see them after this, but it is a part of our league schedule.
Great. And how are they going to be? So you said they're up there, they're doing well too?
They're doing well, yeah. I think they only have 1 league loss. They have 2 senior guards that are very good. They both can shoot, and one of them has a great drive. And then there's a sophomore that's putting up some big rebound numbers who I have never seen before. We didn't get to play them last year.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, I kind of remember. That was one of the canceled games, I believe.
yes.
Yes. And so then after North Park, we have 2 weeks left.
Yes.
4 games, 2 weeks, I believe, right? 2 games each week.
No, we are in a whirlwind, actually. So we have 1 game this week with North Park for the girls, and then the next week we have 4 games. We play Basalt on Tuesday, and then we have 3 Thursday, Friday, Saturday games. And then the next week we have another Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's where our Plateau Valley makeup game will be. So we are in a whirlwind.
Wow.
Yeah.
To
Get your
kinda
practice in
finish
this
it
week.
all up. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how does postseason work? Do you qualify in a tournament, or is it by record? How does that all work?
It's a little bit of a combo. So we will have the district tournament like we always have. Top 3 will qualify for region at all 8 districts, and then they'll take the next 8, I think, out of RPI.
Okay.
So you have a chance to qualify at the district tournament. If you happen to stub your toe and your RPI is good, you still have a really good chance of getting into regionals.
Yeah, so the top 8 teams in the state host the districts. So then wherever that is where they'll go.
Yeah, host the regionals.
Host, yeah, the regionals.
Yeah.
But the district, or
Our district tournament will be in
Debec.
Yeah.
That's always how
Always.
it is. Okay.
Yeah, Debec, they
So
have a
historically.
great facility for it.
yeah,
Well, good
boys
deal.
and girls both.
And Sarah on the 40 points, comment on that. That's
She was in the zone. She came in and shot at lunch on Thursday, and she was shooting really well. So I left pretty excited that was going to be a good night for her.
a good deal.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun watching, and kind of her, like she catches the ball and it's immediately thrown back at the basket.
She has the green light to shoot because she shoots so much. She stays after practice. She'll come to every lunchtime shooting that we offer. So she pretty much has the green light. If you feel confident you can make that shot, take it. Yeah. There was one, I guess I didn't really realize it, but she was standing almost next to me and shot it and made it.
Yeah.
She can take a deep one.
It's kind of like sometimes you see them look down to see if they're behind the 3-point line or not, but she's 4 or 5 feet behind it, and she doesn't even look down. She just throws it.
She
up.
just puts it up there, yeah. She's actually had to work on her range because defenders are playing her so tight. They're shoving her back there, so.
Well, good deal. Yeah, that was fun watching, and it's a good, exciting game, and got the crowd into it, and
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
And is everybody healthy and doing good?
I think that we are all back to healthy again.
Oh,
We
good.
had a concussion, and so we were missing Ainsley for a week, and then the last couple weeks we've been missing Savvy, but she should be back now. And
Good.
yeah,
Okay.
cross our fingers.
Yep.
Well, all right. We're going to take another little short break, and when we come back, we will have Tiffany tell us where everyone is going to be playing this week, as well as give us a champ of the week. So we'll come back there. I also wanted to mention, thanks to our first official sponsor, I think we had White River Electric and White River Energy sponsored the live shots you did from the center wrestling tournament, which was cool. Thank you so much for the support, White River Electric Association and White River Energy. If there's any other businesses that would like to support the podcast, please contact the Rio Blanco Herald Times, and we'll see about getting you set up and let us market your business to our listeners. So, okay, thanks. That was really cool. Come on back. We'll be right back. Thank you. Hello and welcome back. Thanks you for joining us here, Stryker Lane. The season is kind of winding down. We just got through winning the first tournament of the season, the Valley Classic down in Center. We had a couple of champs, several placers, and a lot of mat time for everybody there. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about it, kind of how the team did, and kind of what's coming up here this weekend. Go ahead, Stryker.
Well, it was a good weekend. A bit of a drive to get down there, but it was nice to actually compete against some 2A competition for once. Our last 3 tournaments have been the Warrior Classic, the Uinta Tournament of Champions, and Top of the Rockies, where we're seeing a lot of big schools and 5A and big Utah schools. So it was nice to get down there and see where we actually stack up against some teams in our region, some other 2A teams, and we had a good performance. We looked good. We wrestled well. We're by no means peaking for the center tournament, the Valley Classic. We kind of trained through it. We had the kids a little run down, but we still had a really good performance. We had Zeke Giannetti at 106, came in at 5th place. Bo didn't place at 113, but he wrestles hard. He's been wrestling hard all year, and as he kind of matures and grows up and gets a little more experience, he's gonna be a handful for a lot of kids.
Good.
Clay didn't place either, but same thing. He's caught a lot of really tough kids that aren't in 2A, or the 2A kids that he has wrestled are the defending state champions, things like that. So he's wrestling tough. He's looking good.
His last match was a 3-2 loss. Like it was a 1-point decision, right?
Clay's no, he lost to the Pedro Vista kid, who's one of the top New Mexico kids, and it was a major decision, but Clay was coming on strong at the end of the match, and he was looking tough, kind of recovering. But he also lost to the number 1 ranked kid at 3A, he's a tough kid, the Urig kid from Gunnison. Ty's on his way back. He's looking good. Took 3rd, wrestled tough, had a tough kid from Buena Vista that he dropped that match, but that kid's a 126-pounder who didn't make weight. So we're not going to see him again, and Ty's going to continue to get better. He's a hard worker, great attitude, wants to make the corrections that he needs to make and the adjustments, and he's going to be a handful as well. Abe's been wrestling really well. Super proud of Abe. He ended up 6th this weekend, looked great against the Centauri kid, and Centauri's the number 1 ranked team in the state right now. Kind of beat up on that kid pretty good. So he looked good. He ended up taking 6th, lost the coin flip. Both kids had wrestled 5 matches, which is the limit in high school. So they go out, and whoever loses the coin flip has to forfeit.
Dang it.
Yeah. Yeah, we would have liked to have had those team points, too. The team race ended up being a little scary at the end there. Excuse me. Jake Blazon, same thing. He wrestles hard. He gives 100%. As soon as he figures out a couple positions in there, he's going to win a lot more matches than what he's winning. I'm excited to see that happen. Connor ended up 2nd. Connor Blunt at 152. He took 2nd place. He lost to the number 1 ranked kid in the state and not defending state champion, but 145-pound state champion last year. Lost a 1 takedown match. It was. They were wrestling hard. I think we learned a lot in that match. We'll come up with a plan, and we'll get to see him again at regionals and state. So I don't see him beating us 2 more times. We'll figure that out. Kellen ended up 6th.
Cade.
Oh, I skipped Cade. Cade. How could I do that? I don't know. I don't know. He drags me to his corner for every match, and then I skip him on the radio show.
Go on.
But yeah, he ended up 6th. He was another one who had a match limit. But the Norwood kid he lost to, Braden McGowan, is currently ranked 3rd in the state at 160, and the Buena Vista kid is a higher ranked kid as well. And Cade's a freshman at 160, 160 pounds. That's tough for young kids. Those guys are big and strong, and he's in there with them. He's
hanging with them.
He's one score matches, both of those, and he had his chances to win them. Made a couple little freshman mistakes that we'll try to take care of and stay calm and.
Yeah, good workout partners too. He's got Kelton and his brother and that.
Tegan.
Working at Tegan, so that's
Coach Grant,
good for sure.
Probably the worst of them, but he's just not very tough. So yeah, there's a.
You heard it here.
Yeah, he tries to wrestle me every now and then. It doesn't go well for him. Plus, I got 80 pounds on him, so
that helps.
It does help. Kelton again, 6th place. Still figuring some stuff out with Kelton, but we'll get there. He's going to give us his best. We always know that from Kelton, so never disappointed in him. Tegan didn't end up placing, but yeah, I'm super proud of Tegan. He's when Buzz got injured at the Warrior, he stepped up, and again, his effort is never in question.
Right.
His decisions a few times maybe, but his effort is not. He wrestles hard. He's fun to watch. Right. It's going to be there's going to be fireworks when he steps on the match. It's probably not going to go 6 minutes, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah, something's going to happen.
Yeah, something's going to happen. Hayden at 195. He's coming along. He's
yes, he is.
He ended up 6th. He was another match limit. Situation there, but he's showing some improvement. I think he's starting to realize what he's capable of. He is strong. The first time I wrestled with him, I was like, get off of me. What is going on right now?
Yeah,
but once he figures out how to use that strength, we're not just pulling steers around out there. We actually have to wrestle a little bit. But once he figures that out, I'm sure he'll...
Do you tell him that? What's his comeback?
I haven't told him that one yet.
Well, he knows now.
I'm still mad at him. I still have my wound on my arm from his braces because he can't wear his mouth guard.
Every match. Every match.
Yeah, that's a running joke. How many times is Hayden's mouth guard going to hit the mat?
Did you see the guy flick it?
At Palisade, yeah. It's like, get out of here. At top of the Rockies, we had to wear masks, and since Hayden has braces, he's got to wear a mouth guard and a headgear. His first match, within 30 seconds, his mask is on the mat, his mouth guard's on the mat, and his headgear's turned around backwards. What are you doing, Hayden? But he's another one. He's fun to watch. Moving his steers around. He's fun to watch.
Yes, he is.
Sometimes a little frustrating, but another one. His effort's there, so we can't get too mad at him. Judd was looking tough this weekend at 220s. Took first place, scored 30 team points. He pinned everybody, right?
Well, the last kid wouldn't wrestle.
Well, yeah, except for that kid.
Yeah, but he
scared him off.
Scared his mother.
Scared
a little bit. He would take him down and then let him up, and I was like,
yeah, well, Judd's been he's been a little conservative this year. I think he's another one similar to Hayden who's figuring out what he's capable of doing physically. And this weekend, we talked to him. We're like, we just want you to score as many points as possible. So he was letting it fly and hitting his moves and seeing that he's good. He's good. And once he starts to realize that, I don't see how anybody can beat him, And I think that Sargent kid saw the same thing and came down with an injury after his semifinals match. It happens sometimes.
Injury default. So he injury defaulted in the finals.
Yeah, injury defaulted in the finals. After his coach came up at weigh-ins, was like, "Oh, Meeker's here. That's awesome. We wanted to wrestle you guys." Like, all right, we want to wrestle you too. And I guess he didn't really want to wrestle. So, maybe he is making the decision that's best for his team and best for his kid. And I'm sure there's stuff going on there that we don't know, but to me it looked like he was scared.
We'll go with that.
We're going to go with that.
Yeah.
And Tanner Musser continues to look good. He's wrestling smart. Took first place, got a 6-man round robin, so he ended up with 5 matches. Had to argue with him a little bit. He thought he was going to get 6 matches. I told him, you don't have to wrestle yourself.
He was ready to, though.
He was ready.
Bet,
He was warming up.
Yeah. I'll get him this time.
Yeah, he wanted that one. He's like, this Musser kid's been.
I saw one of his live matches and looks good. Yeah.
Looks good.
Pinned everybody but that kid that we went live.
The Paonia kid, yeah. That's a strong kid. Or not Paonia, North Fork.
Yeah.
He wrestles hard, strong. Tanner wrestled a really smart match. He got he scored the points that were there and stayed in good position and did what he had to do to win the match. So at heavyweight, sometimes that's what you got to do.
That's what you got to do.
Those guys, you get a big, strong guy, they're going to be hard to turn, but you got to. It can come down to 1 or 2 positions, and he won those and just looked good. So that was really good. He's stepping up as a leader. He was a little late to weigh in, so I had to yell at him a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, he's a heavyweight. He doesn't need to go to the bathroom before weigh-ins. He can wait. We have guys that are ready to eat. We don't need to wait on the heavyweight. But
tell him that.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. He's doing really well. We ended up first place, 164 points. Centauri was second with 160 and a half.
And I think we should preface all of that by saying we did not have our 120-pounder for team
We
scoring.
did not have our 120-pounder. We don't have our what we might assume would be our varsity 182-pounder. But at this point in the season, Centauri, they didn't have their full team. I don't know that North Fork has their full team.
Yeah, so
every
how
weekend,
is that going to be kind of there's some false hope in there as far as regionals coming to regionals?
I wouldn't say false hope.
Centauri's the number 1 ranked team in the state,
they are,
right?
and we just beat them, but we're not going to sit on that and say we're better than them.
Right.
They got some tough kids. They have some really good wrestlers. We were watching them. They're going to be tough to beat. Cedar Edge at state, they're going to be tough. We're looking good right now. We got to keep that rolling. We can't sit back and say, oh, we took 7th at this big tournament. We just beat up on Palisade, a 4A school in a dual meet. We won this Valley Classic, which is like a preview for our region. We can't be satisfied. We can be happy. We're doing a great job. We can be happy with what we're doing, but we can't be satisfied right now. We got to keep our nose to the grindstone and keep working hard and be ready to step up here in a couple weeks. But
well, good.
It's regionals.
And I'd gotten a couple texts from Coach Watt who had said that they'll start transitioning this week to postseason practices and in order to get ready for regionals and state. Kind of what does that entail?
Well, kind of like we said, we've been grinding them down pretty good, running them down.
Yeah, he said three tournaments and 2 duels in the last 9 days.
We talked a little bit this morning before I came over. I think he said out of the last 12 days, we've traveled or competed on 9 of them.
Yeah.
So we're probably a little worn down. We've been practicing hard, long, intense practices. We'll shorten those up a little bit. This week they might still be a little long, but maybe not as intense. Clean up a few areas. But we'll quicken those up and just get ready.
Get ready
recover.
for the Meeker duels.
We've had some kids who have been a little under the weather, so we're hoping to get everybody healthy, recover from all of our injuries over these next couple of weeks, go into the Meeker duels, and put on a performance in front of our home team. Those start at 9:30 a.m. on Saturday.
Okay.
We'll have Basalt, Coleridge, Delta, Grand Valley, Hayden, Meeker Black, Meeker Gold. So we'll have two teams there.
Oh, good.
Olathe, Rangeley, and Sirocco. It should be a fun weekend.
And so how many duels will we get? Kind of a time thing, or will they get 3-4 duels? What's the...
Probably 3 or 4.
Okay.
I actually haven't
figured that out.
I
yet.
haven't. I mean, I'm sure Coach Watt knows, but like I said last time, I just ask what time the bus leaves, and wherever we end up, I go.
There you go.
Go coach.
Show up. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, we can have Meeker Black wrestling Meeker Gold for the championship. That'd be fun. See if the
would be
JV
fun.
can actually beat us.
Do you
Beat
think
the
they could?
varsity.
Well, good. It'll be good watching. And Coach also said they're working hard and looking forward to the Maker duels in the postseason. So,
Yep. After that, we go into regionals. We got to go back down to the San Luis Valley for regionals, Del Norte.
Del Norte,
Yeah,
which is near center where you were. Is that right?
12 miles
12
away.
miles away from center. So we got that trip under our belts. Now we know what that's all about. We decided we will get a bus driver again, I think. We're not going to drive ourselves.
Good idea.
But
And
yeah.
did you do that the last time, or did you
No,
get,
yeah, we did that to Top of the Rockies.
oh,
Yeah,
drove yourselves?
drove ourselves.
You'll
Getting
learn
back at
better, man.
1:30 in the morning. Both weekends.
That's not
But
good. Yeah. That's a little tough after coaching all day and
It
then
is,
driving a
yeah.
bus. Yeah, that's a little above and beyond. But well, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks for
good
having
job.
me.
And we look forward to the last time for local folks to get a look at our team here at home this weekend, Saturday, 9:30, starting at 9:30. So
Yep, it'll
come
be a
on
fun
by,
weekend.
support the team and get a look at them before they go to the state qualifying regional tournament the following week.
Yeah, and we get to take 4 from the region this year instead of just 2. So we
We're
should bring a good team to the state tournament. So it's exciting.
Looking forward to that.
Yep.
Good deal. Okay, thanks again. We'll be right back. We'll have Coach Jamie Rogers with us. Come on back. All right, welcome back. We are going to have Tiffany tell us where our teams are going to be competing here this week, as well as give us the tough decision on the champ of the week here this week. So go ahead, Tiffany.
Yeah, so the boys and girls are both traveling to North Park on Saturday for basketball, and those games will begin sometime in the afternoon. I said 2:30 in the schedule, but I don't really know if that's accurate or not until the actual schedule comes out from Athletic Director Kindler later today. But Sirocco, the boys will actually travel on tomorrow night, Tuesday, to Sirocco to play that game. The girls have already played Sirocco. This is, I believe, a makeup game or something like that. So the boys are playing Sirocco tomorrow.
In Sirocco. In Oak
In
Creek.
Sirocco. Both of the basketball games this weekend are away games.
Oh, okay.
Swimming is at their regionals this week at the Maverick Center at CMU. It's a 2-day, Friday, Saturday. It's and it's big. And it's interesting because, normally they're swimming in 50-yard pools. 25-yard pools. And this is a 50-yard pool. So it's interesting for times because
They don't have the turn.
You don't have the turn, and the turn actually speeds you up. So
Oh, because you get the kick.
you get the kick, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how they do this weekend. And then this weekend is the Meeker Duels. It's our last home wrestling event. And there'll be, like a Coach Lane said, Basalt, Coleridge, Delta, Grand Valley, Hayden, 2 different Meeker teams, Black and Gold, Olathe, Rangeley, and Sirocco. And that begins at 9:30 a.m. And we'll get 4-ish duels. We don't have that schedule available yet on who Meeker will be dueling. I think they'll they'll for sure be running 2 mats, but I don't know if they'll be running 2 gyms or exactly how that will be working. All right, so then for Athlete of the Week, it's a big decision. And so just to kind of, we were going back on three different kids. Back and forth. So first of all, Jed Harvey at 220 and Tanner Musser at 285 are both undefeated for the week. So they won their duel at home. They won their duel at Palisade. Both of them actually had matches. And they both took first place at the center tournament. Jed scored 30 points and Tanner scored 24 points for the team win. And then Sarah Kraft had an amazing game against Rangeley. She scored 40 points and she hit 7 3-pointers. And so this week, our athlete of the week is Sarah Kraft. So congratulations, Sarah.
Congratulations, Sarah. Yeah, that was an impressive show. And good job to Judd and Tanner. And keep up that good work. And maybe we get you champ of the week at a bigger date, a little bigger tournament. So that's coming up. Stay tuned. Thanks so much staying tuned. And thanks, Rich, for cluing us in here. We'll get this recorded and edited and uploaded to our Facebook page, Coffee with Coaches. Check it out. And thanks for tuning in. Come on back. See you next week. Thank you.
So we're still doing YouTube, right, too?
Yeah. I think the last episode, I have not been keeping as much track on the YouTube as the